Hello, everyone. Today we are going to explore a meaningful story that teaches us why making decisions in anger can lead to regret and how calm thinking helps us handle difficult situations wisely. Along with the story, we will also learn some useful English words in a simple and enjoyable way, so stay with us till the end. Long ago, in a distant kingdom, there lived a young ruler named David, who became king at the age of 25 after his father passed away. Since childhood, he had been guided by a wise mentor named Edward, who taught him not only about the world, but also about patience, kindness, and thoughtful decision-making. After David became king, Edward continued to stand by his side as his most trusted advisor, and under their leadership, the kingdom prospered smoothly. But one year, an unexpected food shortage hit the kingdom because Edward made an error while predicting the weather. David, stressed and overwhelmed, let anger take over his judgment, and without thinking deeply, he ordered Edward, his own mentor, to leave the kingdom forever. Edward didn't argue. With a heavy heart, he quietly walked away from the palace and the life he had known for years. He eventually settled in a faraway village where he chose to live as a simple farmer, even though he still had wealth. He connected with the villagers, shared their daily challenges, and soon became the person everyone approached for guidance and problem-solving. Back in the kingdom, David began to struggle without Edward's wisdom. Every important decision felt heavier, and slowly he realized that sending Edward away in anger had been a huge mistake. Regret began to trouble him, and he sent soldiers across the land to find Edward and bring him back, but weeks passed with no success. One day, David remembered a clever method Edward had once taught him and decided to try it. He sent a letter and a clay jar to every village leader, instructing them to return the jar filled with wisdom within 1 month, or else fill it with valuable jewels if they failed. The unusual message reached the village where Edward lived, and the village chief, confused and worried, immediately went to him for help. The villagers had neither jewels nor any idea of how to place wisdom inside a jar. Edward calmly asked them to leave the jar with him, assuring them that he would find a solution before the deadline. Days passed while Edward worked on his farm, until one day he noticed a small pumpkin vine growing nearby. An idea sparked in his mind. He placed a tiny pumpkin inside the jar without cutting it from the vine. With daily care and watering, the pumpkin slowly grew larger until it completely filled the jar and could not be removed. When the month ended, Edward sent the jar with the fully grown pumpkin back to the king. When David saw it, he immediately understood the brilliance of the idea and knew only Edward could have solved the task in such a wise and creative way. Realizing how deeply he needed Edward's guidance, David prepared to go himself, determined to find him, apologize sincerely, and bring him home. This story teaches us 2 important lessons. First, never make decisions when anger controls your mind, because strong emotions can block clear thinking. And second, always calm yourself before trying to solve a problem, because a peaceful mind reveals the best solution. Today, we also practiced new English words through this story. Remember, learning English becomes easier when you practice regularly, so keep listening, learning, and improving every day. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next story.